Welcome everybody back to another poorly timed video, and we're spicing it up with some positive content this time.
Yes!
In Fortnite's early years, the game focused on its interesting gunplay with unique and quirky items being something to help you on your game. However, as the seasons have gone by, the quirky and unique items have started to overshadow the regular loot pool, to the point where Chapter 5 Season 3 Wrecked caused a huge divide in the community for how far it moved away from the regular Battle Royale in its focus on car fighting. It is no coincidence that this is the season that Fortnite decided to release Reload, which is a clone of Call of Duty's Resurgence game. Fortnite Reload is a fast-paced action battle royale mode that takes the rebooting mechanic from mainline BR and makes it the focus of the mode. How, do I hear you ask? Well, when you're on a squad and you get eliminated, a timer starts for you to be respawned. Every time you're eliminated, the timer increases, and when all of your team dies while you're waiting to be rebooted, you lose. If you're in solos, you have no teammates, so therefore you have 3 lives instead. Because there is less risk of losing the game, Reload encourages aggressive behaviour and forces players to engage in fights with each other, which is one of the biggest problems regular Battle Royale is facing right now. Well, if you're going to be in so many fights, what do you use to fight your opponents? Good question. The main loot pool is not some fancy new set of weapons. It's all recycled content from Fortnite's previous seasons, which actually works. It gives a second chance to so many items that did not get to have a major presence on the game. I've gained respect for so many items thanks to Reload, since they now have a new home to really make an impact. The big meta changes in Reload aren't a new sword that everyone is forced to have, or a medallion that everybody scrambles over. The meta change is when one set of weapons switches to another set of weapons. The addition of utility is also incredible. The usage of Slap Juice and Flowberry Fizz is so well executed in the game. However, what is the biggest change has to be the map. I think the best way to talk about Reload's maps is to give my ranking from worst to best, since they all vary in quality in my opinion. Look, I'm not against collaborations inside Reload. In fact, I would encourage it, only if it is the right fit for the mode. When I expect a collaboration to Reload, I'm expecting a brand that fits the fast-paced, gun-focused aspect of the mode. So more like John Wick and less like Marvel. I think Squid Game is just shy of that area, and the map reflects that. I think the map is too big, and having all of these side quests underneath the map being Squid Game activities takes away from the main objective of the match. I also don't like how far Squid Grounds strays away from the map identity of Reload, which is using old locations again. This map doesn't really match any chapter, apart from some hints of 3, 4 and 5, but you could say that about any game that Fortnite releases these days. I think Venture is one of the better maps. It's just that as the new maps got added, they improved on this original one. I believe the map holds up pretty well still, and it's a good reason that it was the base for the first rendition of the Blitz map. The usage of Chapter 1 locations helped certify this map as a go-to island for Reload, and it's the one that most people think of when they think of Reload. The map size is perfect, in my opinion. I always manage to visit most of the island every game. It is a little bland and open in some areas, so I feel like that's what kind of holds it back. The other maps seem to realise what they can do to maximise the empty space so well. I think that Nightmare Island is a good spooky take on some of Fortnite's previous locations. The highlighting of primarily Chapter 5 is quite nice, given how Reload has been mostly focusing on the first 2 chapters with its maps. I think the map is a little bit too big, and I don't really see myself visiting many of these locations in a game. I think it's just a bit too much. But I can see why many people like it. I think this map is amazing. I love the Chapter 1 desert, and getting more desert locations is something I've always wanted to see. Having multiple biomes also makes the map feel less repetitive, and although Squid Grounds tried to do that, they kinda fell flat. My one gripe is that there are some NPC locations. I don't think I've ever felt the need to truly land at Twisted Trailers or Guaco Town. To be fair, I always drop Paradise Palms on this map, but who wouldn't? Look, we all knew it would be here. I don't understand the hate this map gets. I think it really took the concept of Reload and added another flavour to it, which is the abundance of slurp. One of the problems with Reload is the lack of siphon. Whoa! I know a lot of people don't know what siphon is, since it's been gone from the game for so long. So, let me explain. Back in the day, when you would eliminate someone, you would get 50 health or shield, depending on your HP. This was known as siphon, and it kept many people fighting since it removed much of the time to heal up after a fight. In one of the silliest moves in gaming history, Fortnite removed siphon, and since then, they've been trying to find a way to reward players for eliminations without adding siphon back. Have you ever wondered why 2 minis drop when you eliminate someone in Reload? That is Epic Games' solution to siphon instead of adding it back. It can be useful sometimes, but it doesn't reduce the time to heal after fights, so you still need to heal up, which leaves you open for a third party to start fighting you. Anyways, let's get back to the map talk. Slurprush's map tends to remedy the lack of siphon with its abundance of slurp, meaning that you can get health and shields really easily, making the time between fights shorter. Also, Chapter 2 is my favourite chapter, so to see it make a return in a Reload map is very cool. Especially since it wasn't Chapter 2 Season 2 that they focused on, rather Chapter 2 Season 1. This also means we get 4 crumpets. In conclusion, I think that Reload serves as a good alternative for Fortnite's main battle royale. I think one of the problems that Fortnite's dug themselves into is that they have brainless and easy to use items that reward weaker players so they keep playing battle royale. Reload is the remedy to that, as it has none of the OP items and focuses on fast-paced action with grounded gunplay. Reload is the alternative to the competitive side of Fortnite, but it does it in such a way that it still provides enough for casual players to enjoy. At least in Zero Build. I'm not touching build mode Reload. Anyways, sorry for not uploading. I was playing Dispatch, but because of the long wait, I'm going to upload another video by the end of this weekend, so make sure you're subscribed for that so you'll know when that comes out. Anyways, I'm going to get back to playing Fortnite. How was Blitz Royale doing? Oh.